Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel once again. So for today's video, I'm sharing with you one of my riding sections. So it's late here in South Korea, as you can see, very late. If you have any questions about South Korea, you can ask, and I'll do all to answer them whilst I'm having my riding sections. So it's very late here, around 10 p.m. Yep. But you can see riding is a sport. A lot of people like to ride around whilst they release some stress. And so as me, as you know, it's been a very long day. So to get a body fit, I have to exercise. Today I couldn't go to the gym, so I decided to have a bicycle riding section and then record myself so I can keep this and later on make references to them. I'm not alone. As you can see, there are lots of people over here too, and they're all doing similar thing. It's very common for people in South Korea to go on bicycle rides, especially at night. Yeah. Last time someone asked me in this comment section to tell about some of the things I like about South Korea, and let me use this opportunity to discuss some of the things that you would see when you come to South Korea. Some of the things you love. So for me, the first thing I would say is the peace and calm. Well, someone would say this is kind of like an irony because South Korea is technically at war with North Korea. And so how could you say that this place is peaceful? Well, I think Asian countries are relatively peaceful. Uh, they are similar to the Northern European countries. Yeah, I think so. Because here there are no guns. The level of violence is very low. There are no thieves. Hardly are there theft cases or even armed robbery or things of that sort. Yeah, so you would hear statements like people leave their phones on the roadside, they go back, and it's just there as it was. Nothing happens to the phone. Yeah, it's because of the way Koreans have been trained. They condition their mind to be truthful. Not because of religion or anything, but because it's the right thing to do. And so that's the reason, that is one of the reasons why I like the Asian countries. I'm told that Japan is also similar. Japan also shares the same culture and lifestyle with South Korea, and so as China. So relatively, these countries are quite peaceful when it comes to individual lives of the citizens. Yeah. So that is for South Korea. So that's the first point. Now let's see the second point. So the second one, I would say that the second reason why I like South Korea is the food. You know, they have very good food. Restaurant, some of the dishes are free. They are called dishes, and so it's a set meal with lots of dishes. And the good thing about side dishes are that you can keep ordering them uh, so far as you are still eating. So they don't come at extra charges. If the side dish is done, you can still ask for more. So you could say, hey, I want more of this side dish, and then it will just come at no extra cost. So when it comes to food, they are very nutritious food, and the cost of food is also relatively cheaper. So food is one thing I like about this place. If you check the UN cultural heritage site, wow, so that's a train right over there. That's a train. Yeah, so if you check the UN cultural heritage sites, some of the foods in Korea have been stated as cultural heritage for the world. That means that those foods are preserved, and the history of those foods must be kept intact for future generations. So some foods in Korea have been stated as one. Yeah, so the food here is good. It's not surprising that they are able to live for long and also live for many years. As you know, some of the world's oldest people are Asians, especially Japanese and Koreans and Chinese. They grew very old. Yeah, so that is it. Let me show my face too. Uh, oh my god, I'm not that bad. Not so bad. Yeah, but it's quite dark here. So, yeah, Koreans are good with the food. Okay, so the third point about what I like about Korea. The third one, I would just say three. I'll just talk about three main ones. So the first one is the peace, second one is the food, and then the third one is the the people, the culture. I mean, they have a lot of cultural similarities with some places in the world, especially Africa. So even though uh, culture is unique in every part of the world, but there are some similarities between the culture of Korea and some African countries, I should say. And the language is not that difficult to understand. It's relatively easy compared to Japanese or let's say Chinese. So I would say the unique culture, it kind of makes it a good place to travel. And the culture has its good and bad side. Anyways, the culture of a people are its identity. So I love the way they display their culture, and they always want to preserve their culture. Like you can see, the Samsung phones you have, the Hyundai cars you use, all those electronics you use are from South Korea. And these companies also have real estate section. These real estate sections, they build very huge buildings here. But in place of all these buildings, like you can see tall and high-rising buildings. But in all this, with this all high-rising buildings, they still keep glued to their traditional buildings. So they have traditional buildings that are called Hanok. Hanok is a traditional building in Korea, and even though it's traditional, they still try to incorporate the same idea into the modern building. So this is a modern building. You can see most people live in high-rise buildings like this, packed up over there. And today is a modern type, but you go to some cities and still maintain the old buildings. So it's kind of like a merge between the modern tradition and then still maintaining the olden tradition. So the culture is very unique, and I like it for that. For some places or some people, they just forget about the olden style and then they Europeanize or they Westernize, trying to change everything. But it's not the same for South Korea. They still are very developed, but they still maintain the old traditions and everything. So these are the top 3 things I like about South Korea. And I still have a lot of time, so I'm going to share with you um, the things I also don't like about Korea, especially the bad side of Korea. So one of the bad sides that is it's a put off. It's actually uh, oh, you can see, look at this. This is our exercising equipment for people who are free at night, so you can always come and join and do your own stuff. No one bothers you. Yeah, look at the train over there. Oh my god, the noise alone, it's ear deafening. But I'm determined. Yeah. uh, don't fall. Yeah, so the bad side of Korea, the first one which I dislike is the air quality. So I know for some other countries the air quality is very good, but in Korea air quality is a problem. Yeah, I know India also has the same problem. I know China also has similar issues, but then Korea's problem is very unique and they are finding ways to take care of it, but I still have problem. For instance, the orange spring, we have what we call yellow dust. So if you leave your car outside for some time, when you come back, it would be covered in yellow dust. And the little I read is that this dust is from Mongolia. There's a desert in Mongolia which blows this yellow dust over the sea, and then it pours it on Korea. So Korea suffers from yellow dust. When I heard the story, or when I heard this phenomenon, I didn't believe it until it started happening, and I'm like, oh, I can't see the dust, but why is the car yellow? Why do I feel stuffy in my nose? Yeah, it's because of the yellow dust. So you're advised to use your nose mask so that you don't consume too much yellow dust. And that is one. And after spring, the weather still gets bad sometimes. They say that it's some claim that it's air pollution from the cars that make it very bad. Others claim that it's not air pollution from the car, it's air pollution from factories in China. I have no idea which is which, but the air quality can sometimes be bad and visibility can be sometimes low. Other times too, it has no problem with visibility, but then you can feel it because your nose becomes so stuffy that you wonder what the hell is wrong with your nose. So that is one of the bad things I heard about Korea, the air quality. Okay, and then the next thing is also about oh my god, I think I'm going very far, but it's okay. This place is safe relatively, so even if you're alone, you don't have to worry. There are cameras all over, and you would definitely see others sooner or later. Yeah, can you see? I'm not worried, I'm not scared. Okay, so I spoke about the air quality. Then the second thing I dislike is about integration. So it comes back again to the culture. So the culture has a good side and also has a negative side in that the Korean society is not individualistic. It's not, it doesn't praise individual brilliance or creativity. This is based on my experience. I may be wrong, but that is what I have seen. It doesn't praise individual. Let me show my face once in a while. Not bad. There's like this, so let me see. Oh, it's so bad. Okay. Yeah, so it doesn't praise individuality. In that, what happens is that for South Korea, they work in groups. So when they say we are building this, and this is how we want to build it, everyone forgets about their own ideas. They just go and then build that same thing. So they do it collectively. We all have to do this, so we all do it. When we are done, we all have to do that. We all do that. But I know in some societies, they will decide to be individualistic. So I'm good at this, so I want to do this. Or I have this idea. Why don't we do this? Why don't we do that? No. In Korea, you have to shut up. You have to obey the boss. And whatever he says, that is it. And you have to close your eyes and do it. Even if you have better ideas, you have to wait till you're asked, hey, what do you think about this? And then you voice up. Aside that, you have to be quiet. So that is the negative side of the culture. Even though it's a negative, it actually helps. It makes decision making very quick because you don't have to listen to everyone. You just listen to just important voices and you just make the decisions. Whereas when uh, there are a lot of voices, you have to listen to everyone and try to come up with the best, and that takes time. So that is also one of the reasons why. That is one of the bad things the things I dislike about this place. Because sometimes when you're at work and you are forced to be quiet, you're forced to just obey blindly. And that is not my style. That is not my culture. So there can always be misunderstandings between Koreans and non-Koreans. So that is the second point. Now the last one, I give three, but there are three dislikes. So the first one I've spoken about air quality. Second one I've spoken about the bad side of culture. So the third one, that is the third thing I dislike about South Korea. Uh, wow, it's because I like so many things about it that it's even hard for me to give three things I dislike. I think two is enough. The rest of it are okay. Um, yeah, it's fine. So it's only two. So that is it. I think I didn't give notice before this live session, so I have no one online at the moment. That is fine. Those who would see this later on can do what to comment and ask questions about Korea, life in Korea, scholarship opportunities, and I will do well to answer. Yeah, I'm almost in the middle of my writing section, almost in the middle. As you can see, this is an uphill. Wow. So I would continue the live session again when I'm descending. I need to take a rest and enjoy myself. Wow. The silence alone. I know someone will say, are you not scared of maybe someone doing something? No. This place is so safe. You don't have to be scared. Yeah, you don't have to be scared of anything. Actually, people are rather scared of me because I'm a foreigner. So I have that monopoly. Yeah, it's common for people to see you and then be like, "Oh, you are here." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm here. Where should I be? Of course, I'm here." So sometimes I go to places that foreigners usually don't like to go. I just try to do what they do, just out of curiosity. So I've been to places that they see me and they are surprised because they never expect to see foreigners like over there. But that's who I am. I'm a very curious person, very curious mind. If there's a place in Korea you want to go and then you want me to go and check it out for you, you can just write it in the comment section. I will do so. So you can see there are people exciting all around this place with their dogs. Some are even playing soccer. Not playing soccer at this time. There are people playing football. Someone and then his dog. Let me pass in peace. Yeah. Yeah. Wow, I wish I could play football with these guys. That's so nice. You would. It's not surprising that you come here around, let's say, 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. and there are still people around this place doing their own thing. See, is this not surprising? Yeah. So I will end the live section here and see if I could join this guys play something, or if I could ask them one or two questions. Okay. See you. Bye.